Good morning, everyone. Hope you guys are doing great. It is the last Monday of 2024. You guys excited for that?
Oh yeah.
So, making sure my computer sound is on, and I have some.
Get your hands up! Get your hands up! Get your hands up!
Testing out some new sound effects. So, I know we have others hopping on.
They
All
work.
right, they work. You guys hear that? I see Brandon, up
You
and
woke
about.
somebody up.
Right, wake up. So,
3, 2, 1, go!
all right. Well, that's our cue to go. Three, two, one. Had a great week last week. Here's some fun stuff. So, the Houston group had their Christmas events and looked like they had exciting events. Lots of laughters, gifts, and just a lot of fun. You can just kind of tell, um, you know, who they are. Ella, I'm gonna let you be a co-host if you can let people in for me. Give me 1 second. Anyways, so that was that, and then we had our white elephant gift exchange. If you didn't make it, I hope you guys FOMO because it was a great hit. If you didn't see the Asian Santa, he was the biggest hit ever. Um, Appreciate Yen for doing that and just getting everyone excited. And he was the highlight of the party. Um, like I'm looking at this left picture, bottom picture. If it was just some random Santa that we didn't know, I don't think we'd be like, you know, I don't know. It's just different when you know the Santa. Big difference. So, Judy, if you could let people in for me, I think I'm not able to give Ella co-host for some reason.
I got you.
Thank you. All right. Well, as the year ends, we want to thank all our sponsors for our events and title sponsors for all the stuff. We have a lot of sponsors, and we want to give recognition to them, and we really appreciate their help in having our events being successful. Without our sponsors and our partners helping us, we wouldn't have what we have today. So if you have sponsors that want to sponsor our events or that's sponsoring your events, please let us know make sure that we have them on our, sponsorship thanks page. And we will put this on our social media as well, and we'll also put this on our website. So we also thank our sponsors. So if we want new sponsors, please let us know so we can add them to our future events. The Power Hour attraction training, first and third Tuesday each month will start again back in January 7th, which is a Monday. So, sorry, which is the Tuesday. And on Mondays, we of course will start back our top agent secrets coming up on the 6th. Lucia's doing her coffee chat. We have a lot of stuff going on the 8th, so don't get confused what's going on. But she has her Faith in Real Estate Fire starting at 9:30 to 10:30 on Wednesdays. This will be in Irving. So if you want to connect with Lucia about that, or Lucia, you want to talk a little bit about your event that you're starting up?
Yes, thank you. Thank you. Really, this came to me while we were at EXPCon. Just something kind of marrying the two outside of my family, the two loves of my life, real estate and prayer, and the Lord. So right now, my goal is to make this weekly so that people can tap in whenever they're in the area. And my bigger goal on it is that it could be something where, there might be one in McKinney, there might be one in Houston, Austin, something that we can really explode on like workplace and through EXP. So this is ground roots, just planting the seed and hoping that we can truly see the Lord working in people's lives.
That's good. Thank you, Lucia, for starting that up. And this is, something that you had a desire to help your community and just connect. So I'm glad that, you took that away from EXPCon, just kind of giving back to the community and creating something. So I'm glad that you're doing this. And, anyone that wants to help Lucia or connect, please connect with Lucia and support her for that.
Thank you. Thank you.
So also the 8th, January in North Texas. If you're in the North Texas area, EXP North Texas is doing their Game On 2025, their mind mastery and business excellence. And, they have a great panel from 9 o'clock to 12:30, also the same day. So just a lot of things going on the 8th. But please, if you're interested in going to that, please register. We do have the links. If you do EXP North Texas, that should give you your free code. There is a guest code, so it's called Game On. So please take a picture of that, and then if you miss it, we'll send it out in our chats later today. All right. Also on the 8th, we have our commercial panel, our commercial seminar. James Wong, Cliff Bogart, our designated managing broker for EXP Commercial. Earl Kemper from Kansas will be here. He's also the business brokerage coach. We have Melissa Jackson, Keith Andrews from Atlanta, from Alabama, Eric Clark from Atlanta, and then Josie Lynn from Houston, and of course Bill Della Capel, was it Chappelle, will be speaking as well here in Dallas. So just if you're in commercial, this is the event you need to attend. If you're in residential, please go to the North Texas North Texas events. And if, of course, community building in Irving and that South Lake area, please connect with Lucia as well. So, you got to pick and choose where you're going. If you want to come in the afternoon later to the commercial event, that's fine too. So, just pick and choose what's best for your business and go from there. Afterwards, the next day on the 9th, this is the leadership strat planning meeting with James Wong. We're all part of James's organization. So him and his leaders will be here for the strat meeting, and this is for all of we partners. So if you feel that this is something you need to go to level up your business, to learn, what our leaders are doing and what they're planning, please attend this. Please RSVP so we have the head count, because it will be at our office in Plano. So we make sure we have enough room. We do have people flying in for this that's under Jim. So please let us know if you can attend. January 10th, Lori has her self-defense essentials for women in real estate. Please share this out for others that want to attend. We have partners in prosperity. So Lucia, also, you want to kind of share what this event is about since you're on the line?
Yeah, thank you. I'm super excited about this. This is going to be monthly, and Daniel and I chatted about, oftentimes I do a lot of business in Fort Worth area and can't really get people up to Plano to see all the activities that We Partners is doing up there. So this was kind of the hope, is to bring it into more central location. I have started a Partners in Prosperity Facebook page and the invites there as well. So please share it. Like, it's really just about networking and the things that we get to do in EXP, to be able to kind of make those relationships. Because I don't know about you, but the amount of transactions I've done, I haven't had an opportunity to meet all of those agents. And so this is like, hey, let's meet in person. Let's do business together more often, those types of things. So I just felt like this is a great area. So this is monthly. We're going to have different sponsors or co-sponsors each month. Would love for you guys to just bring people, it's at Pacific Table, which is a new restaurant in Southlake. If you've ever been to any of their other restaurants, most of them are in Fort Worth, but they are giving us a private space in there. So it's strictly a happy hour if people want to stay afterwards and have a bite to eat, whatnot. We're going to have a great raffle. It's only one item, but it's going to be $100 gift voucher to the restaurant. So just kind of encouraging people to connect, and I'm super excited. So please, if you have any questions about it, if you have any thoughts, anything that you'd like to add and contribute, let's do it together.
All right. Thank you, Lisha.
Thank you.
All right. January 17th, Friday, 6:30 and 9:30. Laura Pena and Jessica Garcia are doing a vision and action goal setting workshop at the Lucid private offices off of Mockingbird Station. So if you're wanting to attend that, please let them know. Contact Laura and Jessica as space is limited. So please contact them if that's something of interest or if you want to share that for them. Another thing is if you can't even make it, just helping sharing the events outside so people can attend. So that would be great help. Fast cap. The seats for January 8th is full, but I know that I believe they have one on the 29th of January, a second session. So if you missed the fast cap registration, they will have on the 29th, I believe. So cannot stress more about Cabo. March 11th to the 16th, out in Cabo, we have One Big Fire, our build conference. Excited for this. I know that we're going to have at least, 15 people in our organization attend. If this is something that you want to attend, and you can get creative. We talked about finding sponsors, getting a t-shirt. You got Lexi on the call. We can say, hey, Texas Title, and have a Texas Title sponsor and sponsor us to go to these events. So be creative, right? I was talking to the younger agents. I was like, find a couple sponsors, create a t-shirt, talk about them, put it on social media. I mean, I think that $500 sponsorship goes way beyond just than sponsoring just a lunch and learn, right? Because you're actually promoting them every day, and figure out being creative. So I just told those young entrepreneurs like, hey, you got to be creative. You want to get there. There's a way. If there's a will, there's a way. So that was one of the things I suggested, and who knows? We'll see. We'll see if that happens. So be kind of cool. Of course, EXPCon, same thing. We have Montreal coming in. I know that there are others that are flying to Canada for that. I had a text yesterday about Barcelona, people wanting to go to Barcelona, and of course, Miami. Our university, it's always revamping. Please check on that. If you see something really cool or a class that you're taking, please share that. Don't keep it hidden. If you think like, hey, I want to do a class. There's a 3-day class in the university. Have it at the office. You can grab people together at the office or wherever you're at, and create an event, create a training event. So. You are getting texts. We haven't spam text all of you guys too much yet, but we're using Simply Text. I still use my Reach app that I'm using for my personal phone, but later on the team's going to be using Simply Texting. We do have a specific number, so if you see that coming, please save that as the We Partners text app, and we'll try not to spam you guys too much. But it's really just to kind of keep you guys updated. If you haven't joined our We Partners Network on Facebook or WhatsApp group, please do that. And that is it I have for announcements. Let me get out of this. Sorry, I'm using two screens. All right. We are all here. So let me see. I'm going to have Paul take it away while I figure out how to take everyone off the spotlight.
Cool. Can I talk about January 15th?
Yes.
Okay. So January 15th, we will be having a weekly meeting in Daniel's office starting January 15th. That's a Wednesday. Starts at 11 a.m., goes to 1 p.m. It'll be a weekly explain where you'll have an opportunity to invite people to a meeting like this. I got some great ideas that I'm going to run by Anna and Judy and Scrib and everybody about some ways to get people there, to get new people to show up. How about like, hey, I think something very attractive about We Partners is we have the ability to do resi-commercial. Okay, that's very attractive. And to be able to spread that word, hey, why don't you come to this meeting that we're doing January 15th? Because Daniel's going to explain his philosophy on how you can do residential and commercial, blah, blah, blah. So that's not in stone right there. But what is in stone is that we will have a weekly meeting at Daniel's office where we will be explaining the opportunity. It is the easiest way to build a business, in my opinion, because all you got to do is invite. You just got to be a great inviter. You got to be a great edifier, and you got to be a great inviter. If you can do those two things, you can build a multi-million dollar business. I promise you. And so I'm excited. That's January 15th. And like I said, I got to get with TC and some other folks about some great things. I mean, how cool would it be that, hey, so for the first 30, 45 minutes, I need you to show up to this meeting because TC is going to show how he does. What does he call those big open houses? He calls them something. I forget what he calls them. It's amazing what he does. What's the
Party.
word? Party, something, whatever he does, it's amazing. But we could invite people from, KW, whatever. Hey, come show up. TC's going to show you how he throws a massive. And then we'll break into Daniel, talking about the explain, talking about how you can make money. I'm excited about this. If there's anything I'm excited about 2025, it is this. Because I know what it can do for my business, for your business, for everybody's business. So excited about that. That starts January 15th. It's on a Wednesday. It's in Daniel's office. If you have a challenge in your mind about, well, I've got people in Fort Worth, that's too far of a drive, call me. Let me help you with that. The meeting that we used to run that Carolyn's very familiar with and Brian is very familiar with, I would have people from Austin show up, San Antonio show up. So it just let me talk you through that if you don't mind. If you're having a challenge with, wow, it's all the way in Plano. Hey, it's all the way in Plano for me. It's far from me. But I promise you we can get people from Midland showing up. No kidding. If you just change your thought process on that. So excited about that. Hey, man, I'm excited about 2025. I hope I pick out a word every year. I'm not going to share my word just yet. But I for so many years, I just sat with my family, pulled out the journal. We said, what's our word for the year? In 2013, we came up with Ox Strong, and it kind of became our staple as a family, Ox Strong. I just happened to be reading Proverbs 14:4, and it says it takes a strong ox to plow the field. Most people don't know that's where we got Ox Strong from. But I was reading it and I looked at my daughter. I said, how about strength for 2013? And she says, no, I don't like strength. It's not powerful enough strength, And I read Proverbs 14:4 to her out loud. And she goes, holy cow, what about Ox Strong? I said, there it is. So I hope you're having fun with your family right now and you're picking out your words. I pray that you're calling Daniel and saying, hey, man, I got to pick out a word. I need some focus for 2025. If I could tell you anything, just focus. I've got to focus. Man, EXP offers so much stuff. Holy cow. I mean, the amount of stuff that you can get here. God bless you, Colin Hugh, for introducing me to this opportunity. It's almost too much. And it's just so much stuff. And I got to say, I'll be the first to tell you, I wasn't as focused as I needed to be in 2024. And I'm at a point of frustration. And if you've ever studied frustration, ultimate frustration is where you make a change. You don't make a change in a comfort area. But when you are frustrated, so if you're frustrated right now, pat yourself on the back. You're headed in the right direction. Okay. I promise you, if you're frustrated right now, you're dead on where you need to be. And I'm frustrated because Daniel's told me, he goes, there's so much to do here. You got to focus. And I did not stay as focused as I wanted to in 2024. As I'm writing everything down, Daniel, I'm like, man, dang it, this, that, And so I am at frustration. I hope you're at frustration with me because I want to make the We Partners organization the talk of 2025. Why not? I wholeheartedly believe success is different than we think it is. I always wanted to succeed for myself and I went hard for it. But what I learned is watching other people succeed was way better than my success. And you have people watching you for your success. I'm going to share just a personal story and then I'll shut up. My niece asked me to come to Charlotte a couple of months ago. I think y'all might remember I ran a half marathon, and she sat down with me to share some news with me that she is getting clean and sober. That brought tears to my eyes as her uncle. She was the first baby I ever held. And it meant the world to me. And Lucia, as I drove away from that meeting, I said, my success of becoming sober was never about me. God never intended it for it to be about just Paul. It meant to be for somebody else. And now she's a runner. She's running. Oh man, I will suck you into my world. If you tell me you can't run, you might as well go buy some running shoes, because I'll get you over here in my world. But so your success, just know that when you're fighting this year, I want to fight for We Partners. I want to know some people that want to fight for We Partners with me, to say, hey, let's bring in as many people as we possibly can to make We Partners the talk of the town in 2025, and just create an absolute explosion. Watching everyone else around you explode makes you explode. It'll happen for you. And so God bless you. I hope you're frustrated with me. Hope some other people are frustrated, because I am. And I want to make a difference. And Daniel, thank you for this call. Thank you for having us. Thank you for opening your office on Wednesdays, so we can all come up there and better our lives. I'm gonna throw out a warning, if that's okay. The first couple of meetings that we do, we probably won't have a lot of new people, but we're going to be together. And it's in those moments that we're together that we make that meeting better. As Judy Ratsme and I are sitting there talking about the future and what we can do and how we can change lives, all of a sudden we become congruent in our ideas and our thoughts and everything. And we create this funnel that will be massive, that will explode everything. And I'm looking forward to it, man. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Paul. It's just excited for 2025 as well. A lot of things going this year. Goals were made and crushed. Goals, but some goals weren't. But you mentioned focus, right? 2025 is focus for me. Having the commitment on a Wednesday with Lucia for her group, having our Wednesday with our group coming together for explaining and masterminding and just coming together is going to be a whole day events on every Wednesday, right? These are commitments that I have to make myself and have it on my calendar and just continue to push myself. And not be as scattered. A lot of you guys have introduced me to a lot of great people, and the follow up with these great people that we've met is coming to fruition, because a lot of them are partnering up with us in January and February and March, because they made that commitment as they're finishing up their production and just their deals and things like that. So there's going to be a lot of great leaders, right? It's not because of me, it's because of y'all, because you guys are introducing great leaders to our partnership, to this network, right? And we've crushed our goal from last year. We've reached over 1,200 transactions, 1,214 to be exact right now. And hopefully we can hit 1,300 by month end. Who knows, right? But it's not just about the transactions. It's about, we are here producing for our families, for ourselves, for each other. We're helping each other to do better. I've seen other groups adopt other agents into their organization or their teams to help each other out, right? That's okay, right? Because that's what it's all about. And it's almost like, what Paul would say too is like, it's like a church, right? We have these small groups, right? But we all funnel up back to the We Partners is kind of the glue, right? We Partners Network is kind of the glue. And yes, We Partners is part of Jim's organization. We're part of Tom's organization. We're part of Tracy Gagnon's organization, of 7,000 people that she has. We're part of Gene Frederick's organization of 17,000 people, right? But it's up to us whether we want to plug in and learn what they're doing as well, right? You're not in a silo, you know. There's just so much out there, but at the same time, is find your niche, find your tribe, at the same time as help each other, right? And just continue to grow. Uh, Another win is wife is improving. She had another MRI scan. Shows the clots are slowly dissipating, but it just takes time. Her eye vision is about the same, but improving a little bit. So thanks for the prayers for that. and we didn't travel for New Year's or Christmas, so we're here in town. Um, I know a lot of people are going to be busy for New Year's Eve, so I'll probably just stay relaxed. I haven't slept so I haven't slept like for the past 2 days was a lot of sleeping. So I don't know, maybe a lot of catching up on sleep. So that's a win. And then, but today is Monday. I got a closing tomorrow. So hopefully that there's no hiccups, but n not celebrating until funded, money's there, everything's signed. Then Wednesday, I will let you guys know. But it'd be great. But then I am looking for a 1031. So anything 3 million or more. We're looking at a property in downtown McKinney right now. It's a nice building, right in the square. So we'll see if that will be something. If hopefully it's still on the market. I checked it out yesterday. I was driving around with Yen. I told Yen, you want to come look at a property? So we're walking around the square. He goes, I don't know if Yen's on the call. He goes, "Is this a date?" I'm like, "No, don't ever say this is a date."
Daniel, we got to get a We Partners in the Fort Worth area.
Yeah. We're looking. Calvin actually sent me something in Fort Worth, so we'll see.
Awesome.
Um, but yeah, hopefully everything goes smooth, and whether we 1031 or not, the main thing is it's a win because we've had this property for 30 years. As you guys may know, we don't usually sell our assets, but there's a time that you need to go and let the new opportunity for a new developer come in. So since my focus right now is We Partners, not doing development, not doing a lot of transactions, really focusing on you guys. So I could be doing it, but as soon as my choice is to pour into our partners, and I really want to focus on that. And my kids may want to do development, who knows? But right now, my focus is here. So, all right, let's continue with our wins. Who's next? Raise those hands. I got Annika too. Let's go.
Good morning. So I'm gonna find you a property here in South Lake. We'll find you a property over here for that 1031 exchange.
All right.
Nothing, guys. I completed my vision board for 2025. That's a big win for me. Just to be able to have that in front of me every morning when I wake up, when I open my computer, I can see my vision board. I can see what I'm working towards. So creating that intention, what do you want to do in 2025? You don't want to just continue to sell properties. I mean, what are you working for? So that was my personal win for this week. Just being able to create that for myself and just to see where the 2025 is going to go to, because that's my map road. My vision board is going to be my map road. So that was super exciting. I have a closing coming soon, so that's exciting. And let's see, just following my schedule. That's very exciting, and I have to continue to push myself to follow it. My workouts, my meditation time, being out there and knocking on doors. That's very important for us. So just getting out there and doing the hard work. That's my wins.
All right. Thank you. Who's next? Got to get those hands up ready. Get it going. I'm going to call on you. Lucia.
Can I add something real quick? Oh, shoot, Lucia. Sorry.
Go, Paul. Go, Paul.
Just if you're out of town, if you like, I see Andy on here, man, you can invite people to this Wednesday meeting, and we're going to edify you. If someone walks in and says, "Hey, Andy from Denver invited me," we're going, "Oh my God, he's an incredible leader." So please, Brian, I know you're out of town. Noel, you're out of town. Andy, you're out of town. So everybody can invite to this. Okay. Even if you can't be there, invite to this. I'll shut up.
Thank you.
No,
Lucia.
definitely. So yeah, super excited. I have a single family in Roanoke area that we're just negotiating a contract. So that's good, having had it over Christmas. So hopefully that will get executed today. I have a new listing in McKinney, which is a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house. That's we got Anselm's going and taking the photos today, so we should get that on the market tomorrow. If you've got any clients, and we do have a couple of quadplexes in Haltom City, so that's really, people can go in there and buy both, or buy individually. So great opportunity. So I'm super grateful to have these listings and going into 2025 with these. Also helped a client. We got an executed contract over the weekend for a buy in Aubrey. So I'm excited. I'm excited for 2025, and that's
That's
it.
good.
Thanks.
That's good. And you got a lot of things going on. I think your vision is going to be clear for 2025 now. I know 2024 was commercial, trying to get these deals done, but things change and happen. And I'm glad that you did take the investment and time to go to EXPCon in Miami and kind of get those things cleared up. So I'm glad you came.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, for me, it's threefold. It is still maintaining my residential 1 to 4 business because that's what puts food on the table. But the commercial, I did successfully close my first commercial in 2024, so that was a huge
Yep.
win. And I'd like to double that next year. And then the third component of the business is growing our organization. My commitment and goal is that in 5 years' time, I'm replacing my GCI with organization
Yep.
income and that passive. So I'm super excited. There's some changes and shifts and just things to have the support over on this side, but I feel good about it.
Yeah. I mean, you got a couple things. Well, as you're building your organization, you have referral partners, right? So you might do less transactions, but you're still getting leads because you have the connection. You're referring those things out to your team. And
Absolutely.
you're still going to continue to have referral money and revenue share. So, I mean, the thing is, as you're building, it's just constant growth, right?
Right.
It doesn't stop. Because typical real estate agents, once they stop producing, there's no more, or they sell their business, they sell their book of business, which is not really worth much, and things like that. But this is an opportunity where you have to set your future. You got to know what you're doing. So
Yeah.
I'm glad that we had that goal setting and talk.
Definitely. And, I asked Tom if he would send me a snapshot of his monthly income because I wanted to share that with our daughter.
Yep.
Because, very clear that, and it sounds morbid talking about it, but I'm like, hey, when I die, whoever's next, you or, my husband, then you guys need to be licensed within a year because look what you can make, and it was like really
Yep.
on top of what she's going to doctorate school for,
Yeah.
to be able to have this side income. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
good. Thank you.
Thank you. Judy.
Hey, hey, hey. So just like you, Daniel, I've been getting lots of rest and it's been so good for me and my entire family. I'm less grouchy. Not like I was a lot grouchy before, but I'm definitely more pleasant, I can tell. So that's a personal win. And then one of our tenants got their CO before the end of the year, so that's good. And then I also, another one, I started reading The Magic of Thinking Big, and I'm on chapter 4. So I know there are other people here that have this book. If we want to talk about it, call me, text me. That's it.
All right. Thank you. Brian Clark.
Hey, good morning. Sorry, I had to take it off mute. So good, really nice holidays. It's nice to see everybody. I'm obviously calling from Florida, so I'm sorry I missed all the fun. It looked like you guys had a really good time. So a couple wins real
FOMO.
quick.
Called FOMO.
Sorry.
Called FOMO, fear of missing out.
Yeah, I do. I have FOMO with you guys for sure. So some really good wins. So my niche, if you will, is more on the investing side. So I'm looking at 2 different properties in the Jacksonville Beach area that I've got kind of a stable full of renters ready to go. I'm just basically about to put a couple of them under contract. So I'm excited about that. But the thing that I was most excited about was finding one that was actually off market. And I did that literally just by driving up and down the blocks that I was looking at and talking to some people, and found out, that there was somebody that was willing to sell that wasn't even on the market yet. So very excited about that. That house is a little more shaky. just in terms of maybe how the inspection might go. But it was definitely a good experience to, get out and walk the streets and, just talk to people that live there, because you find out a lot about what's going on in the neighborhood. So good week. And so I'm hoping that we'll have a couple things under contract in the next 10 to 15 days kind of stuff. So
All right.
that's
Thank
it.
you. You gotta do the drives, right? Right.
Yeah.
And just be online and just like try to find stuff. You gotta get out there. So
Yep.
that's good. Thank you, Brian. Melanie, $1 million woman, working out. I don't see sweat yet. I'm just kidding. Oh, where'd she go? There you. You're on mute. You're on mute. Can't hear you for some reason. It's not connecting to audio for some reason.
What about now? Y'all can hear me now?
Yes, hear you now.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Okay, so a small win for me. Well, two, I have two. My first one is I made it on the call. So that is one of my 2025 goals. I told myself this year, because I never get on the call. So I said to myself, I'm gonna get on the Monday calls, even if I'm at the gym. So today I did it. I'm proud of myself. And then the second small win I have is I actually have a residential lease listing that I'm about to put on the market here soon. I actually go to the appointment today. It was actually a former client of mine from when I used to do residential. They actually called me and was like, "Do you still?" And I'm like, "No, but I will for you." So that's the second small win. And then I'm just happy I made it on the call. That's my biggest win. So,
Thank you, Mel. Yes. I'm glad you had thanks for getting on the call. It's important. So,
yes.
all
Yes.
right. I'm gonna call on people now because it's Monday. We're on break. Kids are out of school.
Katie has a win. She's just on her phone.
Okay, Katie, unmute.
Good morning, everybody. Hope you guys
Morning.
had a great holiday. So I was one lucky person. Was it last week? I got to spend my whole week with Daniel and Judy, just pushing out meetings back to back for future EXP family. So that was great, a great adventure, back to back, and being able to help others understand the model a lot better, because a lot of these individuals were like, they didn't know nothing about EXP, or they didn't get the right leader in position to be able to help them understand the model. So my win for that was setting up those meetings, but also it rolled into the following week to where I was able to actually meet with other agents in Austin, my hometown, and kind of, set just kind of, set up meetings and, catching up with other brokers as well. And it kind of lit up a light bulb to them of why I chose EXP. So no matter where you're at, the glory of this business is you're able to, work with other brokers out there no matter where you're at. So that light bulb shot out, and one of the brokers actually, she's coming up to Dallas, and she wants to celebrate with Daniel and Calvin, Judy, of course. Her new goals and what she's accomplished. Sorry, my son woke up.
All right.
But yeah, that's my win, and also being on this call. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, I mean, setting up meetings, meeting with brokers, meeting with agents, just to understanding them first, right? And then kind of sharing, why we're coming together as a group, as a network, as a real estate club, what the value is. And, a lot of brokers don't understand EXP as a platform. Yes, it is the brokerage, but it's more of a platform, and it's what we do with it, as entrepreneurs. I mentioned earlier we had 1,200 plus transactions. Imagine that if I was the broker of record doing 1,200 transactions, doing the accounting, I would have to hire a full-time accountant just to go through all the paperwork, making sure that things were done. I'll be like right now doing like year-end stuff and then have to 1099 every agent in the organization. right? I don't have to do that. We have the whole back end doing that. So once people understand like it's a true platform, it's actually an advantage. I look at it, I'm a car person, so you think of a Mercedes, you get the, AMG badge, right? It's not just the badge; it actually enhances the car, the suspension, everything with the car. If you're a BMW person, MM, right? Lexus is the F, so think of EXP in your business as enhancing it, but you got to use those features, right? Like my mom had an AMG, but she didn't use anything, right? So you got to use what you have, right? So don't you got to take advantage of what we got, and at the same time is add value, right? Add to it. So appreciate sharing that, Katie and Austin, and look forward to continue. I do want to share afterwards an analogy I had. I was watching something, but I will share after Michael Ray. Take it, take the mic. Oh, can't hear you for some reason. You're
All
on
right,
mute.
guys, can you hear me?
There you go. There you
Can
go.
you hear me?
Yes,
Anyway,
sir.
listen, just want to say I am glad I plugged in because you guys gave me an idea early this morning. But needless to say, my win for the week is, guys. First off, I'm still out of town. We changed our plans. We're headed back on New Year's Day, so I'm actually up here visiting my mother, who's 87 years old. So but in any event, had a win. I think I mentioned this last week that guys, I'm already decided my focus, and the beauty of this organization, wherever I focus, I can find a place to fit in. The vision is so big; it's kind of like I can superimpose my vision inside the vision here because it's so big. So I appreciate that you guys casting the net so wide. But builders, my focus in terms of working with builders and doing ground up construction. I was kind of concerned this holiday because I was hoping to kind of hear from this specific builder, and I spoke with him this morning right before our meeting, and the guy was so excited. So I really am looking forward to the opportunity. He's already passed my name on to several folks, but more importantly, he has a couple of spec homes he's already built that I believe he's going to end up being my first listings. So I'm excited about that. And here's the last part. Of course, excited about that opportunity, but more importantly, this is what I got this morning from you guys. You were talking about sponsorship to the upcoming functions, okay? And I'm always thinking in my mind, guys, how can I use whatever I have? When I say have, what I mean my resources. It starts with my money and then my time and everything, okay? What can I use to further in the furtherance of what we're doing here? Uh, and you said about sponsorship, and I thought about this young builder who's built, so many. I don't need him to be my sponsor. Guess what I'm going to do? I decided I'm already going to put on these particular meetings or sessions that I'm going to do. I'm going to literally put those out there that he's the sponsor, even though he's not. But I'm going to push him up. I'm going to do everything I can to push him up so that guess what? Once I help this gentleman here uh, get what he wants, I'm absolutely going to get what I want. As I explained to him this morning, I put an end on it. This is not about his house is 450, $8,000 commission, man. I don't care about that at all. This is about me having 1% of $100 million, not on a $400,000 transaction. I could care less about that. That's what he and I are both on, and that's where we're going to go. And with this organization, all I got to do is guess what? Continue to sharpen my axe in my specific area, and I have all the support I need. As I support others, they're going to support me, and I got a platform literally to plug them into. So I'm excited about that. And so
Yeah, it's a partnership.
thank you about that sponsorship thing. All right, thank you.
All right, thank
All
you,
right.
Michael. Yes, it is a partnership. It's great. Brandon.
Good morning, everybody. I just want to, I guess, back to Michael's point. I appreciate how forthcoming and transparent this group is about their goals and trouble and just be authentic about everything. It really does build community. And I don't think it's a coincidence that I've been plugged in with y'all for about a year and a half, but I'm having my best year yet. And the next year is going to be even better. So I kind of just speaks volumes of Daniel, what you got going on, what we have going on as a group. And I just want to say I appreciate y'all on that. And as far as like, and one more thing too, since I'm already talking, Paul, I'm so glad you mentioned the frustration thing because I was feeling that all day of the day of the Christmas party. And yeah, it makes sense, right? I always get those feelings during like pivotal points in my life, and it hit me like a brick that day. And I'm honestly ready for 2025 for not just me, but everybody else. As far as like some cool personal, not personal wins, but professional wins, on Christmas Day, I texted all my clients on my database, just say, hey, Merry Christmas. This is that from my family to yours. And I got a meeting set up from that, right? We met last Friday and I'm going back to their house this Friday to get it ready to be listed on the market. I had another agent who is very intrigued with EXP and wants to know more about that. So, I mean, everything is rolling into a good 2025. And just reiterate, I appreciate all of y'all. Thank y'all so much, and let's have a good year.
That's good. Thank you, Brandon. Thanks for the lobster. If you tried to, if you had lobster, that was Brandon. So, and he was cooking it too. So it's good. Thank you. All right, Andy. Andy's back in Denver. Thanks for. I was glad to. We had our Christmas party because of Andy.
No, thank you. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me?
We're good. Yes.
So I thank you, Daniel. Thank you for the party. My win, I got to see a lot of you guys. Fear of missing out, never seen the deck. I've been to Daniel's office like last summer or something, so that was before the deck was built. So Daniel, Gabriel, and I did a recording at Rick Davis' studio, and that was all in Cantonese. And Gabriel has started to edit the video, and then he started to post on Facebook group. I don't know if you saw, Daniel, there was a negative comment on what we were talking about. This guy was basically saying real estate investments dumb. Bitcoin went up 300% last year.
I saw
things
that.
like that. But I think the point here is when we do social media things, is somebody's not gonna like about it. So be it. We're still gonna do what we're gonna do. We get to spend time with my family. I get to see a lot of you guys. I get to visit Houston as well. I have successfully set up the first we partner Denver meeting with a land title company and a law firm. We have a day set up and a time book. The rest is promoting that event. I'm gonna get some help later, Daniel. Share idea with you and see what you think.
Yep.
And then I'm taking my daughter to work today.
Hi, Anna.
So that's win. That's it.
Good.
Thank you all.
Thank you, Andy. Appreciate it. Carolyn.
Hi, everyone. Well, happy holidays to everyone. Happy New Year coming up. And I had a fabulous Christmas, so that was a big win. Another win is I have a acquaintance that wanted to lease a house. So I'm like, oh, I can help you. And she really didn't even think that. And then she's doing, of course, with her mother and sister. So it makes it so much fun when there's 3 people involved. And her sister's like, we don't need a realtor. So it kind of convinced them that I would be so much of a help. And so been spending my weekend with them, showing them houses. And of course, they can't decide because there's 3 of them. So we're going out again on New Year's Day to look at some more rentals. So I'm learning there because I've never done that before, but dealing with people and even people renting their own house. So that's fun too. So anyway, excited because one more thing that I can say I know how to do. So it's going to be a great year. I'm excited for it.
That's great. Thank you, Carolyn. There's a lot of things going, and you guys you built your foundation. Now it's like executing and just continue to learn and push. So all right, who hasn't spoken? Lexi. I'm gonna call you out.
Hello.
Share your wins.
My wins. I met a developer. He has some projects in Massachusetts, and then he has some in Dallas. So he reached
Okay.
out to me yesterday, asking if I knew any attorneys that could set him up with like HOA for his land, so that they can maintain it. So I'm trying to get him connected with an attorney that can help him do that. Um, what else? I'm also I do title, but I also do coffee shop business and then other side hustles. Also investing as well. I want to work my way up to apartment complexes and then eventually maybe a shopping center somewhere down the line. So I'm trying to learn a little bit of everything so that way I can be more productive in getting into that. But as far as title, if anybody needs help with any type of title questions, we do sponsor. So anything that I can help, um, Texas Title can help sponsor classes. If you guys need a space to meet in Arlington or Fort Worth, we have offices with a big training room. So we can always book that out if anybody needs. We have 13 different offices. So
Perfect.
reach
Yeah.
out if
So, I
anybody
mean,
needs anything.
yeah, thank you. It's important, especially, EXP doesn't have physical offices, right? Having these partners like, Texas Title with Lexi and to support, meetings, right? Because,
Mhm.
real estate, like my office, it's empty downstairs. It's just sitting there, right? It's just so you got to utilize the spaces that people have and partner up with them and work together and, support each other's business. So Lexi, I'm glad that you have a coffee shop concept that you're working on or you're doing. We have another concept in Hearst that I would love to connect you and Judy because we want to create a space. I have a shopping center that we own. I wanted to create something, so I'll probably pick your brain on that and figure out, what we should do. So, all right. I think that was everyone that. Oh, Angela, you want to share some wins? Yes, you.
Me unmute myself there.
There you go. We hear you.
Well, hello. Enjoyed the listening to everybody's wins. I enjoyed my time with family and traveled quite a bit. I also have had a few lookers at the house that I'm currently in and selling.
Okay.
No real feedback just yet, but it's definitely a learning experience living in the house that you're selling at the same time. Usually it's it's the opposite for me. Usually we leave and then sell, but good experience and looking forward to right now building the plan for 2025. And grateful for Lucia's mentorship and gonna be ready to go.
Good.
2025, here we go.
We'll just connect with Lucia and all the other leaders here. I know you connect with a lot of people, so just continue that and
Yeah.
build that up. So,
Thank you.
Paul, well, I did want to say so. Thank you, Angela. So this week, I think I posted in our Panda Pack group. So, I figure out sous vide. You guys been seeing me cook sous vide a lot, prime rib and stuff like that. Then my daughter loves noodles. Then I'm like, so I was watching this YouTube video on how to make hand pulled noodles. And so one of the things was like, you pull one string, you double it, and then you double it again. So it's very, very similar to our organization, right? We started with one, and then two, then four, then six, then 12, then 24, right? So 4, 8, sorry, I skipped. But you get what I'm saying. That is how it is. Like this year, we've added over 150 people. Next year, we might add 300, 600, depending how fast our growth is. But that's how it starts. So you got to start. You don't go from 1 to 100. You go from 1 to 2 to 4, 6, 4, 8, and 16. Okay. So that's how it works. So it gets bigger and bigger as you grow faster, as you get bigger, right? Um, and that's the plan, right? That's always the plan I've always shared. So just like noodles, so I'm actually gonna start. I'm gonna be learning today. I'm gonna go to the grocery store, actually try. It's hard. Hand pulled noodles is not easy because you have to get the right formula for the elasticity and everything. But I'm gonna get there, and I'm gonna be making hand pulled noodles for you guys. So now I got to figure out this broth. So I'm gonna try a Vietnamese broth. I'm gonna try a Chinese broth. I'm gonna try a Hispanic, Latino broth. So you let me know. I can have three different pots out there, and I can have like an Indian broth too for those that are vegetarians. So then, anyways, the idea of is constant reminder. So when I'm making these noodles, it's just the reminder of our growth, right? So, but it takes work, right? Doing the hand pull, it takes work. It's not like putting it in a machine and like the Italian pasta just goes through the machine and done. No, this is takes hard work together. So that's the analogy I posted. Thank you, Judy, for reminding me. But I thought about it. That's our organization, right? We're all noodles together. And so Paul, was anything you wanted to end on today?
I don't want to mess that up. No, that was too good. I'm going to shut up.
Yeah. So yeah, if you haven't tried hand pulled noodles or how it's made, you could YouTube Chinese hand pulled noodles and see how it is done. If you want to help me figure it out the formula better, I'm trying to find something that's not like I don't know. There's some chemical they put it in. I'm like, I don't know if I want to put this in there, but we'll figure out. So all right, Paul, I'll figure out a gluten free because it's all gluten. That's what makes it. So I might have one string for you. So,
There's
but
a place in South Lake, it's called Dragon House, and the guy
yes,
actually makes them there in front of you. I
yeah.
don't know if you've seen it.
So that's the show
Yeah.
I have to do now. Instead of flaming, Yen and Brandon, master the flaming side. Now I got a handful noodle. So I gotta work my arms. Anyways, you guys have a great Monday. If you're on break, just take it easy. At the same time as plan for 2025. We got a lot of stuff going on. And I look forward to having our commercial meeting and then our strat meeting and then our weekly Wednesday meeting that's going to be going on. And this is going to continue because all of you guys are going to be showing up and pouring in and inviting, you know. Um, when we get into our real estate business career, we don't think about recruiting. We don't think about growing, right? That's not how we're never taught that. But growth is important, right? You want to grow your business, you want to grow your organization, you want to grow your connections, you want to grow your network, right? That's what we're doing here, right? When you just join a brokerage, you're just kind of that one-off agent doing transactions, maybe building a little team, but that's it, you know. And that's why our goal is to connect with other brokers that need to see the light. I mean, that's how I look at it. I'm sharing something that's positive that helps other brokers because the accounting, the risk, right? As a broker before, I would take all the risk, right? They don't know until they actually get sued or there's a lawsuit coming in, then they realize, hey, what is out there? Because so that's all we're trying to do is share. So please connect with more people. Our goal is to share correctly, to share something that's good, of value, and take that approach. Don't EXP all over people. That's not what we're here for. I know a lot of groups do that. Not just EXP. There's other companies that do the same thing, right? I get called from KW, Remax, and all the same thing. Every company's recruiting. But what we're trying to do is build up our network, find our right partners. Like Lexi's getting on every week. I see that. I do want to schedule time with you to understand your goals, help you with your investment and things like that too. So I appreciate everyone getting on our Monday calls. Let's get more people here so we can have our Mondays and Wednesdays. So that's a lot of commitment for everybody. But if we want true growth and we want our pack to be stronger, we need to have that. So 2025, let's go. Hi, everyone.